Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my complete Hylics 2 guide. So, last time I defeated viewax, and now I'm going to unlock Blairal. Also, I killed the enemies outside. So, it's time to inspect the cells. So, there's just this one with a bug, pretty useless. This one, Blairal. So he goes away, then the cafe owner. But here's the other one. Here's the one I missed both my first time and my second time, and it was only when I used the tour guide that I found out about this. By the way, read that, it's called the Hylics 2 tour guide. So it seems empty, right? However, if you go down, it leads to this little area, where there are 2 enemies, I believe. Yep. So let me just finish these battles quickly. So, down here, there is a very important gesture, and it's pretty vague, because why would you think to just fall down here? And also, it's very high up. And you'll see what I mean once we're done with these 2 battles. Alright. Oh yeah, one thing I'll have to explain pretty soon. The antennas. They're like meat, except they're used for something else. And they're also less plentiful. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly finish up this battle, and I'll explain the really important gesture. Alright, so now that I applied the status effect that steadily reduces health, okay, I was prepared for the Psyllium Vog to stem cell on the pool man. But, if he did, I was gonna say that the status effects cancel out the healing of the stem cell. And the stem cell is the only item that steadily increases flesh instead of decreases. Which is why the multi-stem cell is one of the best healing items. Alright. So now it's time to reveal, if you don't know it already, one of the best gestures. I'd put it at number 3. Alright, so what you have to do is go on this trampoline and bounce up, and you see a TV. So when you see the exclamation point, press enter, and you get this. The animation's pretty weird, but it is called Time Sigil. So the way Time Sigil works is it slows down, or not slows down, it applies lagging to the enemy, which is a really good status effect for anything that can move twice in one turn, or anything that just is super fast. So it's a heavy speed reducer. Also, I think after 3 turns, if the enemy's not dead or the status isn't removed, they fall asleep. Let me make sure. Damages and inflicts. Oh yeah, and it does a little bit more than average damage, like Soul Crisper. Yeah, when the effect expires after 3 turns, and it doesn't apply to bosses, but the lagging still does, and it's really important for the worm boss fight. I forgot its name. It's some gibberish again. But now it's time to go to TV Island, where I'll explain the antennas. So I think the fastest way out of here is this way. Alright, so there's nothing else on this island really. I mean, there's like a bridge back to there so that you can go back to New Moldal. But now it's time to get the airship so we can go to TV Island. See? Airship. This is what you used to call it, but I don't have it unlocked yet. But we're about to. And yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it, but I get washed up right back to Wayne's house. So now, we can go to New Moldal again. Also, I think I have a fair amount more bones, so I might be able to buy another pleather gauge. Again, pleather gauges are really good for half the game. But by the end, you should give each character their own, like, special glove, like one that you can't buy in any stores. Like not the pleather gauge or the tendril hand, like the single glove or the telescopic sleeve, but we'll get to those if you don't already know them already. So first, I think, I could buy an organ for it. But I don't think I'm gonna get the muscle applique. Yeah, plus 35 flesh. It's a big increase. Plus a little bit of power and will. So, around the board, it's a pretty good accessory. I'm gonna give it to Gorma. Another note, do not use the converter worm. I probably said it in the first part, but do not use it. He's just bad. So then, on to, actually, the cafe. Because multi-coffees are really good. If you use time sigil on the enemy and multi-coffee, it's almost like everyone gets 2 turns. But it at least guarantees that all of your crew members attack before any enemy does. So get those. Also, coffee chips are useless. This guy also sells soul sponges. So that's cool. Oh yeah, another thing, the upper house key. So, if you remember earlier, also watch the first part, otherwise this part's going to make a lot less sense. Unless you've already played this or you're just looking for a specific part. Where was it? Oh yeah, it was way farther up right. Over here-ish, yes. So you'll see this door is locked from the inside. We're going to be able to go in, as well as to another special place. No, there. Oh, come on. Okay, it's not working properly. My platform is just off right now. So if you go back up there, if you go back up here, oh my god. I'm gonna try a simpler way. There. Okay, so if you remember back up here, there's this vague little door. And now that we have the upper house key from the platformer, we can go in here. There's 25 bones there, and there's this guy. He combines 4 of juice, coffee, or soul sponges, or stem cells to get one multi-version of that. So this is really good because 4 coffees combined into... Yeah, 4 coffees or 4 soul sponges combined is cheaper. Like, I think a coffee is 5 bones, while a multi-coffee is 40, so you can see how it's cheaper. So I'll give nothing, get nothing. Actually, wait, can I get a multi-stem cell? Yep, okay, that'll be useful. So now there's this pipe. So if you go down to the right, there's this little area that has a faded poncho and material mitts. So nothing too special. Material mitts are pretty much useless. And see, we exit from the locked inside door. So now going back up, I know it's not really necessary, but I just want to show you where the other tube leads to. So you go down here. Oh, I missed the bones. Way back to this room where we first got the boots. So now I'm going to unlock the airship by talking to Blairel. Also, one of the guards is gone, but I think you can find him somewhere in here. Nope. Just kind of an odd detail. The first guard's just missing. So then, well, thank you. Oh, right, there's a cutscene coming up. So if you want to pause for any of the dialogue, you can. Alright. So now it gives you that key. And here's this cutscene with Odozier doing a ritual. The first time you play, you might not realize it's Odozier, because you don't know who he is yet, or at least what he looks like. But this is him doing this. And he's the third boss we fight. See, there's him. His very unique head shape. Okay, so that was that cutscene. So now we can go up and left to the dock, where we will find a very important item, the airship. So you just follow this trail, and boom, there it is. There's the dock key. Here we go. Also, there's a little green guy outside. He doesn't say much, though. Basically, what he said was, anytime you see one of those airship towers, you can call the airship again. So now, into the airship. Important thing to note. Well, I guess I'll say controls first. Space is forward, and arrow keys to, you know. It's like cockpit control, so I'm pressing up right now, and now I'm pressing down. Left and right is normal. But a good thing to note, oh yeah, and space is forward. I don't know if I already said that, but a good thing to note is when you press escape or go to your menu, whatever it is, you pause, you can go into the airship. So you can talk to people, but one of the most important parts, you can go down here, and here's where you find the water cooler. Now, if you remember from the tower, we already have a paper cup, but since we don't have Somsnosa yet, I don't want to do it, otherwise she'll miss out on the will bonus. And Pangorma will give you sort of a, like an overview of what's happened so far. Dirty Moon will give you some, like tips on fights or like what the next goal is, and then Somsnosa will give you like, I don't know, emotional support. So yeah, that's the inside of the airship. Oh my god, ladders. And then you can just touch this thing and boom, you're back on the world map. So since this little minigame thing is in 3D, it can be difficult to navigate, but you just need to find your bearings. Any flag you see, that's a place to land, and then there's like a little grill mark below it. That's a landing spot. So there's where Somsnosa is. But before we do that, there it is. There's a lone island over there called TV Island, and it's where you learn the ability Charge Up. It's one of the best things, but as a support, and you'll see why. Because, as one of the people there says, it's not just a power booster. It has special enhancements to your unique gestures. Just gonna get this fountain. Also, there's no way to call an airship, so if you die and then you come here, and your airship's not there, you have to go back through the fountain. So, first of all, we have to learn Charge Up through this TV. And that's what it looks like. So, you've seen enemies do that before. Now we can do it. And those antennas are to enhance the Charge Up. Boom. So see how it kind of functions like meat, where now it increases your power. Well, not your base power, just when you use it, it increases your power more, the more antennas you bring. So now there's only really one option, go to Somsnosa's, but there's also this other like string of islands that leads to the second platformer. But I'm playing in hard mode, so doing that fight, there's a fight before you get to it with a warpo. It's pretty hard to do, so I'm gonna get Somsnosa first. And here's where I got stuck when I did this in hard mode. It took me a bit. It took me like 3 tries to do the Somsnosa fight, because obviously they do more damage, and they don't have more health. They just do 25% more damage, so. Look at these cool creatures. They produce all the juice that you drink. I'm not exactly sure how they work. I don't even think Mason Lindroth knows. That's the creator. I don't even think he knows how they work, but I really like the design. They're gross, but in a cool way. Also, there's a bunch of bugs here, so you can refresh. Everyone's full. Let's see, any garbs missing? Oh yeah, the faded poncho gives 25 more will. I'm pretty sure it's what Somsnosa arrives with. She has a faded poncho. But there's this guy over here who gives you a ranger poncho, which is like the same thing but not faded. And it grants you immunity to poison, which isn't that useful. But for the purpose of the fight, it gives you a little bit more speed. I'm going to use it. So this fight, you'll quickly realize why I struggled with it in hard mode. But there is a way to beat it, not like every time, but there's a strat that works better than just randomly snapping. Oh yeah, also this gives you Fate Sandbox, which clears you of all status effects, and you're immune to bad status effects for 3 more turns. So, it's very situational, but it's pretty good. So here's Somsnosa, and this fight. So you'll quickly realize why. The Truculent, which is already hard enough. I mean, his standard attack does 50 flesh. Then there's a Pool Man, who isn't that hard to take out, but if you try focusing on him first, you're almost destined to lose. And then this guy, the Coder. Koshered? I don't know. Not Koshered. But this guy, I'm just going to call him the Ass Hat, Because what he does is he has a move called the reactive shield, I think, where whenever you hit him during that, he counters in a massive way, and he just spams the move. So really, there's only one good strat to use here, and that is targeting the Electroland first, because he causes everyone to fall asleep. Not just your teammates, but their teammates as well. So we'll prevent the coater, the asshat, from, or the truculent, from doing any unnecessary damage. So, I guess I'll give foam armor to Wayne. I don't know if that'll wake him up, but he's in need of some flesh. No, it didn't wake him up. And also the Electroland knows that attack, which poisons, and it's pretty bad. So you can keep attacking the Electroland. He's gonna do Sleep Spores again, and that'll prevent the Pool Man from reproducing. And now Wayne will finish him, and now we have the advantage. So I'll give a cookie to Dedus Moon. And, okay, he didn't use his reactive shield. And that's his standard attack. It's like, jeez, this guy. So I'm gonna use Soul Crisper. So even if he does reactive shield, he'll still take damage from the burning. Also, look how much health he has. It's just so ridiculous. Thankfully, he doesn't pierce that much. But yeah, you want to deal with the Pool Man last. The middle two, they deal massive damage. So I guess I'll use, oh wait, no, Disillusion on the asshat. And just keep attacking him. And yeah, he knows this move, which gives lagging. And this guy knows Disruption, Truculent, which stuns. And now he's dead. He's gonna die next turn. Or next time he attacks. Yep. Alright, so Somsnosa has the most will out of anyone, but also the least flesh. So she's really like a wizard type, even though Dedus Moon is like the guy who uses the most will. So here's a Wave Artifice. It's a pretty good move, and it's Somsnosa's unique gesture. Now the Pool Man's awake. I guess I'll use Soul Crisper. But see, if I didn't target the Electroland first, I would have died for sure. I mean, everyone's already on low health. They would have already been dead. At least Dedus Moon and Somsnosa would have been dead by this point if I went for the Pool Man first. And Somsnosa's dead, but it doesn't really matter, because the Truculent's dead. So when you do this fight, whether you're hard mode, easy mode, whatever, target the Electroland, or the sleepy guy, I think he's called the Electroland, first. So Somsnosa will thank you, and you get the Worm Room key, which is why it's necessary to get Somsnosa. So there's no just a Wayne run. And you also get another Pleather Gauge. So he still has the long gloves. I'm gonna give it to Wayne. Now he's more of a powerhouse. Wayne has so much speed now. So I'm gonna heal up with some of the bugs. And it's pretty good. How much meat do I have? 42. Alright. So I'm going to use the paper cup in the airship, and I guess I'll grind that meat before I go to the maze. So yeah, there's the airship and the worm room, not the worm room, but the shield generator place is to the north of Somsnosa's ranch. So gotta use the paper cup. Let's also talk to our guys. See, he'll tell you the mission. English Moon will provide advice, and Somsnosa will just general information. I guess lore, because she just explained her whereabouts between Hylics and Hylics 2. See, and this is really important advice that I'm glad I heard the first time I played, is caffeination is prudent when combating a shield worm. This may sound pretty vague, but what he's saying is to use a multi-coffee when you're fighting the boss in the shield generator maze. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do. And paper cup. Boom. And there's only one more in the game, and it's much later. And it's like in a vague part, so paper cup's pretty important. Alright, I'm gonna grind the meat. So I'll just go to the nearest fountain, which I guess is New Mobile. Can I land? There. So now I'm just gonna jump down. Don't go through that staircase, it'll take too long. But the quickest way to get to a fountain, if you have access to an airship, is probably New Mobile, because it's right when you enter. It's directly over here. A good thing about Hylics 2 is there actually are fountains, instead of crystals or anything. So you don't actually have to die to go to the afterlife. Also, that gate's gonna be unlocked either by the end of the video or at the beginning of the next one. I guess if I finish with the boss, which I'm planning to do, then it'll be at the beginning of the next one. So I'm gonna grind the meat. And don't forget to bathe again, otherwise you'll be down 42 meat. No, 42 flesh. So then back to New Mobile. Plus, you can call an airship right outside of New Mobile. So New Mobile is like the hub. So now that I have Somsnosa, actually before I go to the shield generator, I'm going to go to that series, that string of islands I was talking about earlier. With the second platformer. Also, I know I call this 100% completion. That just means I'm getting every item, and at the very least every important item. Maybe if I miss, like, I'm probably gonna miss like a few burritos in the platformer. That doesn't matter. I mean, like, every unique item, I'm getting it. So it doesn't really matter if I forget some bones in the maze. It won't really make a difference. So here's the string of islands. Platforming's not too hard, you just gotta dash a few times. But make sure you don't fall off, otherwise you're gonna get washed up. And here it is, the second platformer. Oh, I accidentally hit print screen. And here's the guy we saw earlier, the anagram of Dedus Moon. It's like Smoldedun. That's that guy again. So you fall down here, following the wire again. And here's the warp I was talking about. They always love to hide underground. And I fell. And here's the trippy thing about this room. You end up back here. Oh, and that key is very important if you want to do the stuff with the sages. So here's the hard thing about this. There's a truculent, which is already enough to make it a hard fight. If it's just the truculent, it's already a hard fight. But then there's two pool men. There's a pool man and a pool main. And then there's a warpo. So it's like the worst combination. If the pool man was an asshat, then it would just be the worst fight. So here's the counter I was talking about. Also, the pool main can reproduce the same. He knows allotrope, which gives you leaking. Or at least it would give Wayne leaking if he didn't have clean. So I'm going to take advantage of that by continuing to snap him while the counter is useless. Alright, and I should have given some garbs, or at least gloves, to Somsnosa, but I forgot. So now he'll be dead next time he attacks, so pool main dealt with. Oh boy. So now Wayne, I'm gonna have him use Soul Crisper on the other pool main. And I'm gonna show the massive effects of Charge Up. It's gonna be kinda hard because I'm already midway through the fight, but if I can do it with Daedalus Moon, then that'll be great. Oh. Yeah, and he's dead. Alright, I won't be able to show the massive effects of Charge Up this fight, but definitely somewhere in the Worm Maze. And there. So that fight's pretty hard without Somsnosa. Especially if you don't have any soul sponges. So here's the last platformer segment. It's a tad longer than the last one. And also a tad difficult. More difficult, I mean. There's just 2 flying carpet sections and they're both just assetry. It's kind of like Mario 2, like in the second level. There's some new enemies here, like a laser, and like a rotating spiky ball, like we saw there. But there are a lot of the same ones, like there's the laser. And this part, you saw the 25 bones up there earlier, it's pretty hard to get to. You have to do a perfect jump like that, and just rub up against the side. I think there's one muscle up leak here, so I'll be sure to get that. Okay, oh yeah, and the bombs, they're pretty brutal. And more of the trampoline momentum stuff. Dang it. There we go. So then, let's see, I kind of forgot where the muscle up leak was, but I'm sure I'll find it. Alright, then there's a flying laser, which it's not too difficult, but it's pretty annoying, especially if you have to fight it once you die. But that will not happen. Oh my god, I keep missing the dash. There we go. So if you just give it one big blast... Oh, I wasn't close enough. If you just give it one big blast, it's dead. Alright, I'm not sure if there was anything too big there. I don't think the muscle up leak was in that section. But next, you have to press up the entire time doing this and dodge these. It's pretty difficult. And I think the exit's to the right somewhere. Yeah, over here. But I only made it because I knew where I was going. Is there anything down here? Nope. So then here's another truculent guy. Alright. Oh, I didn't know he dropped a gold bone. Which are worth 5, if you didn't know that already. So then, there's a third. This one isn't really a magic carpet segment, because it's really short, but it leads to something good. Not entirely sure how to get up there. I remember being up there. Oh yeah, and there's Odozier on the flag. Oh yeah, that's how I get up here. Go up the flowers. Got it. And just made it, and now I can dash across. So just follow the bones. Not really sure what that was. Oh, what? Oh, well great, I'm all the way back here. I'm not really sure where that was leading. Sorry about that. Oh my god. It's probably easier to just die. Although, I don't know the last time I reached a save point. So if I don't die here, then... Alright, let's try to get through. And... Are we even moving up? Alright, screw it. Skeletons in midair. Alright, yeah, back here. Oh, wait, no, that is further along. Okay. Never mind. Alright, I can always go back to the platformers, so if anyone in the comments knows that I missed something over there with the magic carpet, then please let me know. And I'll go back and get it. Yeah, I can't go that way. So then, yeah, there's a little burrito there. Like, it doesn't really matter if I get it, because I already have more than I know what to do with. I know there's a lot more area down. Oh, come on, I fell, really? There was something up there. Yeah, I don't want to get that checkpoint. I'll just die, because I know I missed something up there. Even if it wasn't something too worthwhile, I still want to know what it is. Oh my god. I shouldn't have been so careless doing that. Yep. Now if I take another hit, I die. Alright, yeah, I can't go that way. It's over here. Alright, don't knock me off. What? I was dashing. Whatever. I'm just not even gonna bother with the Truculent at the start over here. I'm not gonna deal with him. Alright, back here. So I have to time this dash better. There, that's good. This may just lead to the burrito. Yep, it does. Oh well. So I guess now down here. I know there's a checkpoint below. Some bones here. Oh, there's no way to get down. I have to go this way. Yeah, there's the checkpoint. There we go. So you press the up arrow to get in there. Not enter. Nope, nothing over there. So now, more fighting. I think there's just lava down there. Yep, there is. And now I'm almost at the end. I have to wait for this platform. Also, you can kill these little squid things to stop it if you wish, but they respawn in like less than a second. Actually, I think this is the end. Alright. I feel like I may have missed something, so if anyone knows anything about that, please tell me down in the comments. But, if not, I know it wasn't anything too important, like a unique garb or anything. Probably just a muscle applique. And this is actually one of the sages. Fun fact. And we'll meet him pretty not soon. Actually, after the third boss, Odozier. So, you know, just remember that. That guy, he's the third sage. Oh yeah, forgot this was trippy. You have to fall to go up. And now, you get this key. Called the Deep Key, which is used to unlock the third sage. So it's all hinting at that. And then the second sage is after you beat Odozier, or actually right before you beat Odozier, so it could be before or after. And he is also in a pretty vague spot. Also, if you get trapped here, don't worry, you can just climb back up. You can just climb back up. And back to the airship. So, see that's Foglast, which is where Odozier is. But it's shielded, like the two shields we saw with the platformers. So we have to go to Somsnosa's and do the worm maze. Alright. So, it's kind of weird at the first part. Most enemies, you cannot talk to. And usually they just go up to you and fight you, or you go up to them. Also, there's a fountain. And there's the worm room key, which Somsnosa gave us. So, this is a Truculent. He talks to you, but you can also just slap him and fight him. So if you're looking to kill all enemies, which is part of my 100% run, then I really should have healed before this. So if you're looking to do that, then know that you have to slap the first two people before the maze in order to really get all of them. Alright, I know I said I'd charge up the next one, but I'll do it in the first battle in the maze. Also, that may have not been the best move, but oh well. He's no, he's not gonna die next turn. I still need to snap him. Alright, now, to deal with the feral hydrostat, he's fairly simple. And boom. So that's that fight. I don't think there are any bugs there to replenish my health. And yeah, here's another pool man. So you slap him, but I'm not gonna do it yet because I'm far too weak. Also, here's this worm, 100%. Shield status active. I'm not really sure why the worm is like the shield generator, and why he's in a maze, and why you need a horn to call him, but that's how it is. Alright, where am I to heal? Alright, Somsnosa's place. So, a quick detour back there, so I can heal up and fight that pool man, as well as whatever lurks in the maze. Actually, I already know. Alright, now we're all set. Alright, gotta give something to Somsnosa. I don't really have anything. Bummer. Alright, I just checked the time, and this video's already gotten pretty long. So I'm gonna try to skip the fights and just go straight to the boss, because I already know my way around the maze pretty well, and I'll just fight the enemies after. But I might forget about this guy, so I'll slap him now. And here's the post dog. The post dog is like the feral hydrostat, but faster and more powerful. I like the feral hydrostat. He's a little cute, like, dog thing. But even though this thing has dog in the name, it is not cute, and I hate it. No. Soul Crisper. So at this point in the game, pool men are gonna seem pretty weak. I mean, they take, like, what, 2 hits? Meanwhile, everything else is gonna seem really hard. So I'm gonna show you Somsnosa's charge up ability. And I guess, you know what, let's charge everyone up. Alright, now everyone is charged up. So, you use each of their unique gestures. It only really applies to their unique gestures, being Wave Artifice for Somsnosa, Foam Armor for Dedus Moon, Lightning for Pangorma, and Dissolution for Wayne. Everything else, it might just power the attack up, so you do a bit more damage. But it's really best if you use it on these, because then look at all that damage. The Wave Artifice attacks everything, and if you charge it up, it does it more than once. And with Foam Armor, this is the best charge up. Alright, I'm going to use it on Wayne, but watch what happens. It applies to everyone. It's so good. Especially later in the Sage Labyrinth, use that every time. So, if you're ever stuck, try using the Foam Armor strat, where you just Foam Armor and Foam Armor again whenever it ends. And obviously, it's a lot cheaper in every way to charge and then foam armor instead of individually doing it. So now Dissolution, charged up, does the same thing, again more damage, but it also gives them, what's it called? That bigger Dissolution. I think it's like, not Disconform, but it's something that heavily reduces their power, so I really recommend using that against bosses. So then, I'm going to use Lightning. So what Lightning charged up does, I'm pretty sure it does around the same amount of damage, maybe a tad more, but it does not give Pangorm a stun, plus it sets the target on fire, so that's really good. And then I'm just going to snap the Trucelin away. And that leaves a good amount of Flesh and Will for the maze as well. Alright, so here's the maze. Very stylistic. And there's all the enemies. There's squids, so I'll try not to run into any during this to save time. Because you guys don't want to watch the boring fights. Also, they don't really like go after you, they just kind of drift around. You almost have to hunt them to get in a fight. But I will still collect some items, whether that be bones or keys. There's one key here in the left main section that's pretty important. More bones. It's just going to be a lot of getting bones. But I know my way around pretty well. Yeah, there's the key. It is the cave key. Now remember the gate in the afterlife, that's what it unlocks. So I'll explain that at the start of the next video. Ooh, lots of bones. Pretty sure this is a dead end, yep. The maze is kind of small once you get to know it better. A few more bones. There's just a lot of bones scattered around. But, that fountain over there, that's how you know you're close. So if you go around this way, just keep going up. You want to get to those stairs, so if you keep going around, then it leads down over to the fountain. See? So when you see the fountain over there, just loop back around over this way. I'm kind of like pointing at it with Wayne's body. Loop back around over that way and over there, like a circle. Actually, like a spiral. Alright, so I activated the fountain, and now it's time. Eesh. Really wish they were full on Flesh and Will. Now it's time to defeat the worm. Alright, here it is, this horn. Actually, I think there's a way to heal before that, right? Can I heal with a burrito? Or a banana? Nah. Same for Hylics 1, the original. Can't heal out of battle. However, what I think I can do is... Warmer blood? Nah, that's in the first game. Dang it. Alright. Well, let's fight it. It's a very wonky fellow. And what's his name? It's Fonthentrelpine. It's 4 syllables and it's just gibberish, but there's probably some meaning. I mean, the first game is a lot of gibberish, but like almost poetic. This one's a lot more straightforward, but still very vague compared to other games. Alright, so you're gonna charge up. He doesn't have any minions, unlike every other boss. But what he does know is Accelerate, which gives him 2 turns in 1 turn. So, Somsnosa, I'm not gonna charge you up because oh yeah, also my HP was full because the maze at the beginning and the end of every fight, all your flesh and will is restored, which is the same for the Sage Labyrinth. Otherwise, it would be very annoying because you know it's already a maze, both of them. So Somsnosa, since there's no minions, Wave Artifice charged up is pretty useless. So you're just gonna use the multi-coffee. And boom, everyone's caffeinated. And Dudus Moon, you don't really need your foam armor yet, so you can just snap. And then Somsnosa is gonna use Time Sigil next turn. And look how much health he is. 480. Yeah, discorporating, that's what it's called. But now we're gonna use lightning on him. And crash. Boom, 64. Now he's gonna lose. Yeah, look how much he loses per turn. It's all about the status effects. Alright, now use Time Sigil. Now he'll have every negative status I can put on him. But those wear out after 2 or 3 turns, so be wary of that. Oh, no. Use charge up. We'll probably need it by the next time he attacks. Fun fact, Wayne was originally meant to be a girl. I forgot where I heard this, I think a friend just told me. But yeah. Wayne in the second game was planned to be a girl. Although that may not be true. Maybe it's just a rumor. Alright, yeah, I knew I'd need foam armor. Because now he's dealing massive hits, but he's already almost dead. Because of the status effects. Alright, he's gonna die next snap. Or maybe 2 snaps, I don't know. Yeah, next 2 snaps. Nope, that snap. Okay, whatever, he's dead now. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. Ooh, 2 muscle up leaks. I'm gonna end the video here. Next video is gonna be even longer than this one because I will need to go all the way up to Odozier, which is kind of a lot longer than this one, which was just Somsnosa's island. So first, let's watch this cutscene. Foglast's shield is going down. And boom, triangles. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.